Hello everybody and welcome to the Homesteads YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be planting my last hazelnut tree, and I thought that I would have you guys tag along for the ride. So I'm going to quickly run through some of the benefits of hazelnuts. Hazelnuts are high in antioxidants. They're actually 25 times higher than what can be found in blackberry counts and 9 times higher than dark chocolate. Studies in the US, Turkey, and New Zealand have shown that hazelnuts can stop cancer cells from multiplying, and that they also reduce the risk of reduce the formation of plaque in the bloodstream. So that's going to decrease cardiovascular disease risk. They're also a vasodilator due to the high levels of magnesium. So vasodilation is basically the widening of blood vessels and arteries, which is going to reduce blood pressure for you. Hazelnuts are also high in calcium, which is needed for muscle contraction. Vitamin B and E, which vitamin E is going to do a multitude of healing muscle, skin, and joints. And they're also high in fiber, so that's going to aid you in digestion and overall health. So I just thought that I would give you a brief rundown of why I'm putting these here. So I initially bought 6 of the hazelnuts, and right here in my front yard you can see that the road's there, and we have some sumac and different things that are going to cause some partial light blockage, but not too much, as the foliage is mostly located near the top. And this is east over here towards the house and west over here, so they're still going to definitely get a full day's sun. But I bought 2 varieties. The Camilla and the Jean are both good and fairly new hazelnut varieties, and I've interplanted them back and forth. You can see the first one over here, another one here, and then 2 more here, and 1 back over in the corner. This one was really late opening its leaves, and I started to think that it had not made it, but you can see the leaves on there now. And this one here has started to put out some decent growth, as so have the rest of them. But basically I interplanted them back and forth. They use wind pollination, so the interplanting will be even more beneficial in this instance, I think. And this is a fairly breezy spot with the bay across the road, so hopefully we get lots of these guys growing in a couple years. But yeah, I'm just going to take you through the planting process and give you a few of the facts as I do so. Okay, so again, I planted these near the road. They're going to grow between 12 and 15 feet high and 12 and 15 feet wide. And as you can tell with the traffic going by, that's going to be beneficial to us. It's going to block the view from the road to our house, as well as cut down on the sound pollution, which is going to be great for us. So basically I expect these trees to all grow entirely together and form a type of hedge that's going to be quite high. So I already dug the hole. This is how they come. They're wrapped and stored in a fridge, and basically they're ready to go into the ground. Should have probably unwrapped this first, but this one, they sent me another one, ordered a 7th one because I needed more than what I thought. But basically they just wrap them in this plastic and keeps the root ball moist. They're a bare root plant, as I've often preached about, and yeah, so the roots, you can see, come without a lot of soil on them, but this guy is basically ready to go into the ground. So I'm just going to take a moment and try to spread out the roots without damaging as much as possible. As I said, the sun east to west is this way here, so I'm going to plant that forward. As with most plants, you're going to see where the crown is, so you don't want to bury it above the crown. It's going to prevent it from rotting. There you go. I cut the grass today, so here's some organic matter that's going to fertilize the plant. You want to keep it back from the stalk about 6 inches or so, but these plants are prone to drought, so the first few years you're really going to want to make sure that they have a lot of water, and this is one way to prevent the soil from drying out. They grow most of their roots in the first ½ meter to 1.5 meters, and they prefer a pH of 6 to 7. So this soil is good for them. They prefer, actually they don't really have a preference. They'll grow in all types of soil. So you can have sandy, loam to deep fertile, to they'll even tolerate some clay and clay loam, which is kind of like a combination of what we have here. This is a little bit sandy, and down deeper there's lots of clay here. But basically you want to make sure that it's well drained, as most of their roots are surface roots or near the surface, and any long-standing puddles are going to drown out the roots, and it's going to take a long time for them to recover and start producing. But speaking about production, they start producing in 2 to 5 years, and so pretty quickly for a nut species. And at maturity, when they're about 15 feet high and wide, they can produce up to 25 pounds per plant. So with 7 of these, you know, we could almost have 200 pounds, 175 pounds of hazelnuts every year. And with all the health benefits, that sounds good to me. But that's really it. This guy's in the ground and in a good spot, and it's going to do its job. It's going to multi-purpose job for us. And yeah, that's it. So thanks for tuning in and checking out the channel. If you're new, you can hit subscribe and follow along on our journey here of sustainability and permaculture setting. And as always, any likes and shares are appreciated. And yeah, that's it. So happy summer solstice 2018. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Have yourselves a great day.